So I'm Dave Egner, the CEO of the Ralph C. Wilson Jr. Foundation, a trustee of CMF, and the founding chair and a current board member of the Foundation Liaison Advisory Committee. And I'm joined by current OFL Chair Neil Haggerty and Dana Lene, who is the current, have you been announced yet?
Yeah.
Okay. The current Foundation Liaison. Neil, serving as the current chair, is for the Mott Foundation, Vice President of Programs. Now, before the annual meeting begins, Neil and I are thrilled to start the morning with a presentation of CMF's Innovations for Equity Philanthropy Award. CMF launched this recognition to celebrate those who engaged in shifting narratives, broadening relationships, addressing power, expanding opportunities for philanthropic practice, examining policy or people-focused strategies, and for other forms of equity-centered philanthropy. Now I'll turn to Neil to share this year's honoree.
And Dave made our pages up here, bringing his own. Here we go. Thank you, Dave. As chair of the Governor's Office of Foundation Liaisons Advisory Committee, also known as the FLAC, and with my fellow FLAC members, many of whom are here this morning, we are proud to announce this year's awardee. The honoree we celebrate today has led one of the most successful and enduring public-private partnerships in the country to bring government and private philanthropic leadership and resources together to achieve better outcomes for people in Michigan communities, particularly those who have been historically under-resourced and underserved. And I am so very pleased to share that the recipient of the 2024 Innovations for Equity Partnership and Philanthropy Award is Karen Aldridge Eason. Karen has served as the Foundation Liaison for the Governor's Office of Foundation Liaison since its inception more than 20 years ago. As you may have heard, she recently graduated from her role at OFL just a few days ago. Karen and I have been close colleagues in one form or another since I came to the Mott Foundation in 2000. Through the years, our roles and relationships changed, but Karen has always been a wise mentor and an advisor to me and to many, many others. Under her leadership, I learned so much about community engagement and informed philanthropy. And together, we are fortunate to continue to work together because she is now one of our trustees at the Mott Foundation. Along with many others in this room today, I am better for having had the opportunity to work with and learn from Karen. Throughout her 20-plus years leading OFL, Karen has helped state agencies and foundations find ways to stay accountable to their goals toward equity. She facilitated efforts to ensure that communities most affected by the opioid epidemic received appropriate prevention dollars. And she made sure that funders were equipped with the Medicaid redetermination process so they know best how to support their most in-need populations. Those are just two small examples. There are many, many more over 20 years of work. And now I will pass it to Karen's successor, Dana.
Thank you, Neil. Thank you, Dave. Karen is an early leader and trailblazer in leading racial equity work in grant-making and local and state government. Over her career, Karen created and made possible explicit racial equity portfolios, exposing and addressing deep-seated racial inequities in her local community in Flint and across this great state. Karen has demonstrated a lifetime and career focus on racial equity, empowerment for marginalized communities, and broader issues of economic and gender equity for all. Karen, you are an unsung leader in Michigan philanthropy. And on behalf of the OFL community, I can think of no better way to celebrate you and your legacy than to bestow this award. Dave?
Karen's impact on OFL, on 3 governors, and on our sector cannot be overstated. When the late Dave Campbell and I approached Karen about starting a partnership with the then Granholm administration And with philanthropy, we couldn't provide a model. There wasn't a playbook. There wasn't a plan. There wasn't anything. And yet Karen made this work for 21 years. It was the first of its kind. Its stewardship through multiple administrations and through pivotal times in Michigan history is unprecedented. Under Karen's leadership, Michigan's children and families have benefited from innovative public-private partnerships that created record investments in early childhood development, K-12 education, workforce readiness, healthcare, and so much more. During the COVID-19 crisis, Karen was a stalwart champion for developing partnerships that focused on those disproportionately impacted. There is no appropriate award to honor such an impactful leader in Michigan philanthropy. Throughout her tenure, she's elevated the voices of others who did not have a seat at the table. She addresses policy and partnerships through the lens of empathy and understanding to the most vulnerable. Just one recent example is a partnership between CMF and the Michigan Department of Natural Resources, the SPARK program, that Karen and her team brokered. The groundbreaking partnership ensures equitable access to American Rescue Plan Act dollars for indoor and outdoor recreation funding for communities that have been under-resourced and underserved. For this and for so many other reasons, CMF believes that Karen embodies the very spirit of this award. Therefore, on behalf of CMF, I'm proud to share that today this award will also be renamed the Karen Aldridge Eason Innovations for Equity Philanthropy Award. Before I welcome Karen to the stage, let's watch this video.
The people gathered here today are proud and excited to share with you that you are this year's Equity in Philanthropy Award winner.
Thank you. Thank all of you. This is amazing. I'm a bit overwhelmed, but I am truly grateful, and I accept it in the name of all of you.
I can't think that there's another person in philanthropy more deserving of this award than you. And I think about 25 years of working together since you welcomed me into this field and showed me the ropes and taught me how to be a program officer and how much I've learned from you.
If there was anyone who was a fairy godmother in philanthropy, you are that for me. I met you as a 27-year-old intern at the C.S. Mott Foundation. I am now a seasoned professional here in the sector, being at Kellogg, and I'm not at Kellogg if you're not in my life.
The base of having equity in all the work that foundations do. You've been a key part of making sure that that's continued to be pushed.
Thank you for your years of mentorship to me, to helping me understand what it means to be an equity-centered leader. I still learn every day how to think about that, how to be genuine in the work, and you always remind me to stay centered on those that we're serving.
Your leadership, expertise, mentorship, kindness is unparalleled. This work could not move forward without you, and your footprint is so transformative in this space and enduring, and will live on for a very, very long time.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Karen Aldridge Eason Innovations for Equity Philanthropy Award winner, Karen Aldridge Eason.
Thank you, all of you, for the selection committee, Kyle, Dave, Neil, the FLAC for nominating me for this and selecting me for this award. I'm a bit awed and tremendously appreciative of all of you. This has been a journey. And as I stand here preparing to close out this remarkable chapter of my life, I'm overwhelmed with gratitude. For 21 years, we walked side by side, striving to make our world, our state of Michigan, a little more equitable and a little more just. To each of you who've been a part of this journey, thank you so much. Your support, your challenges, your partnership has been invaluable to me in the Office of Foundation Liaison. Throughout these 2 decades, I've held onto one guiding principle. Philanthropy is a powerful tool for change. It's not just about writing checks. It's about asking the right questions, challenging the status quo, and never forgetting why we are here. My hope, my deepest desire has always been to contribute to a more equitable world through this work. But what do we mean when we talk about equity? It's more than the word of the month. It's about recognizing that Black and brown people, low-income communities, rural and urban areas have been disadvantaged by the very systems and organizations that philanthropy and government claim to support. True equity means dismantling these barriers, reimagining our approaches, and being accountable at every level. I've always tried to model the behavior that can achieve more equitable outcomes. It's not always easy, but it's always necessary. And I call on all of you in government, in philanthropy, in every sector to do the very same. We need to be more in this commitment, more of this courage to challenge ourselves and our institutions, and to respect those we have privileged to serve. To my colleagues in philanthropy, I want to say this. We're not here to be safe. Nothing is really a risk for us when compared to the daily challenges faced by those we serve. We have within us all the power, the responsibility to do what is morally, socially, and economically right. Let's not shy away from that power. I want to extend my heartfelt thanks to those who have been pillars of support throughout the journey, to the Charles Stewart Mott Foundation, to Dave Egner, Rob Collier, our dedicated OFL staff, and the FLAC members. Your unwavering support has been the backbone of our work. To the governors, past and present, who have seen value in our work, thank you for your trust and your partnerships. As I step down, I do it with a heart full of memories and a mind at ease. I have the utmost trust in Dana to take this office forward. The future is bright, and I know that under her leadership, our mission will continue to thrive and evolve. In closing, I want to remind all of you We are here to make a difference. Let's continue to ask the hard questions, to challenge ourselves, and to work tirelessly for a more equitable world. The journey doesn't end here. It simply enters a new phase. Thank you all for these incredible 21 years. The work continues, and I can't wait to see what you accomplish next. Thank you.